Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday before Christmas, and the holidays. I am your host, Richard LaRocco, and my amazing festive host, is Pauline Raffaella. How are you?
I'm doing well. I guess I'm in like little elf mode or something today.
You are. You're totally in the elf mode. I love it. I love it. As the kids say, you're festive. Your hat matches the drip, fits the drip. I think that's, I'm an
Okay.
old guy, so I don't know how that
So,
works, but I love
uh,
the festivity. It really helps with the holiday cheer. So thank you for
yeah.
sharing.
Okay, so I'm a drip, but that's a
No,
good
you're not a drip, you're a drab. No, I'm
a
kidding.
drip. Right. Okay, but I'm a drip, but that's a good thing.
You have a drip.
I have a drip.
You have a drip, which matches the fit. So
Okay.
yeah, I think. Anyway,
All right.
if you know the lingo, please comment in the link.
Yes,
Um,
because
anyway, who
I
knows
don't
what
know
kids
that
speak?
language. Yeah.
Yeah, you need a translator. You need you need a total translator. Anyway, so we have a lot to talk about today. Excuse the sinusy kind of thing. Definitely coming down with something. So it's a lot going on, especially with the holidays. There's a lot of stuff going on. So please take care of your immune system, be mindful, self-care, and rest.
Yes.
Um, Merry Christmas,
Definitely.
Jane.
Oh, who
Merry
is it?
Christmas. Jane wished us Merry Christmas all. Thank you, Jane.
Thank
So let's get into universally speaking. So what do we have going on outside of a drone and some crazy lights and balls of orbs that they say are plasma, which they're not? What do we have going on?
Right. So we don't know if they are UFOs or if it's Project Bluebeam. People should look that up if they don't know what that is. Okay. Artificial stuff. So no, we don't know. Hopefully everything will be revealed soon. 2025 is the year of the great reveal and the great awakening. As per my spirit guides, that's the title that they gave me, all right, to describe next year. So there will be lots that will be revealed and lots to be awakened. And so we do have to prepare for that. I like what you said about your immune system. Let me tell you, with these energy shifts and everything that's happening, you need to take care of your brain and your immune system, whether that's with herbs or vitamins. Herbs are great. I use herbs. You need to keep your immune system strong and you need to keep your brain strong because those are the two areas if they break down and they get weak, you're in trouble. So make sure that you do some research on brain health and immune health and take some action and take some steps to maintain your brain and immune system health.
Yeah, it's really important. I went, which is really interesting by me. So where I am in central Pennsylvania, we have a huge Amish population, and um, they don't believe in doctors. Everything is homeopathic, natural medicine, tonics, herbs, things like that. So I went to my local Amish pharmacy, and if you've ever experienced it, it's like Whole Foods meets like the most like a natural food store, and everything, and they're all Amish. They barely have lights going, and raw milk and raw cheese is labeled dog food because it's illegal and stuff like that, and all of the herbs. And literally, I said, "What do I do for bub 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 bub?" And she's like, "Here you go," and pulling bags of like weeds and roots and take this tonic and take this, and it really is amazing, and this stuff works, and people don't understand that, taking care of yourself. She's like, rest, do this. Elderberry she had this syrup that had like 9 different things in it, and
Mhm.
from zinc, vitamin C, I can't even pronounce half the stuff. um it was unbelievable. And it coats the throat and take this to support and oregano, oil of oregano, and all of
Yes,
these things. And it works just as well, if not better, than some of the stuff in the stores.
definitely.
Um, Homeopathic medicine, being mindful of yourself, boundaries, don't put yourself in situations if you have compromised immune. And I think right now, from urgent care, because we were there this morning, um, it is there's so much going around. Walking pneumonia, 9 different strands of COVID or Corona, they're calling it. You name it. So just be mindful, take care of yourself, things like that. So yeah,
Yes.
lots of rest. It really does a world of difference.
Oh, I think I would absolutely love going to an Amish pharmacy and getting, because it's all right up my alley. I have a cabinet full of all herbal medicine
Oh, it's
that
so cool.
it's so be consistent with your health. That's part of self-love.
Mhm.
Okay. And your brain and your immune system are extremely important to make sure that you take care of them. So good advice, Richard.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of how it is. The mentality around here is that everything is natural. And this stuff works. The
It
stuff
does.
really works, and supporting your immune system, cortisol levels, adrenals, especially with the holidays being very stressful, and family dynamics, and where am I going and what am I doing? Am I spending too much money? I don't have money to spend. Whatever it is, manage your stress levels, manage your cortisol levels, because when that's elevated, your immune system is going to be compromised. When you're stressed in a fight or flight, and that could also be trauma induced, that could be situational PTSD, right? Whatever it is, really start to manage that. And we talked to Dr. Pina last week, and she gave us some great tips: humming, breath work,
Hmm.
mindfulness, tapping, things
Yes.
like that are just phenomenal resources. Calm the nervous system, get out of the fight or flight, and watch the self-talk, watch going down the rabbit hole and sit telling yourself scary stories.
Yes. Yes. And sleep is very important too. So yes, it's all part of maintaining health through the holidays. Because we are energetically shifting. We do every year from one year to the next, but there's an energetic shift as well taking place. And there's even a bigger shift taking place this year from, moving shifting into the age of Aquarius. And so there's even a bigger energetic shift happening this year, as and sometime in January, Pluto will be completely fully anchored into Aquarius. And so we'll begin to see a lot more changes and shifts happening then. Now, today's Thursday. So I'm wondering, we had a full moon in Gemini on Sunday. And so I'm just wondering if any of our listeners out there felt like out of sorts. Did you feel like your body was vibrating? Were you like, why the hell doesn't my brain shut off? Well, this full moon in Gemini did a number on our minds, the intellect. Okay, definitely meant to break up old intellect patterns, old thought patterns, old belief patterns. Got to open up to the new ones. The new ones are coming in. I just
Coming
thought,
in. So if you
yeah,
felt any of this energy, please comment. Put in, felt, the word or feel. Put in the
yeah.
comments that you did. Let us know, because a lot energetically is going on.
Yes. Yes, a lot is. And so we know too that we are out of Mercury retrograde. Everybody always rejoices when we're finally out of Mercury retrograde, but Mercury isn't the only retrograde that, messes us up. So we have three other very major planets retrograde right now. We have Uranus, Jupiter, and Mars all retrograde. And Mars is the planet of action or the planet of war, and that's in Leo, and it's in retrograde right now. We also have Jupiter, the planet of expansion and money and luck and abundance in Gemini, retrograde. So, and then we also have Uranus, okay, the planet of sudden change, the planet of extremes in Taurus, retrograde. So what does all this mean? It means, still, not out of the woods yet. And now is just a good time to review, to look back at what needs to be transformed, change your belief systems. You can make a plan as to who you want to become in the new year. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe in just taking day by day and recognizing areas within myself that just need to be transformed and upgraded. And so this is a perfect time to do that with all these retrogrades. Okay. And come January or so, we'll be out of it. So we have a lot of free flowing movement coming in around January, mid to late January. So we have a lot of free flowing, the planets all go direct. And if I'm not mistaken, we'll see, we'll do this on the show in January. There may be an Aquarian alignment. There may be about 5 or 6 planets all in a line in Aquarius, which is going to be huge. So when we get there, we'll talk about that. But now is a good time to just rest, enjoy, plant some seeds, think about what you might want to create in the new year. Let yourself be. Let yourself be. Don't be too hard on yourself.
I love that. My mom used to always say, plan the plan, plan the plan.
That's it.
Wherever you want to go, whatever you want the end result to be, plan little steps to get there. So think about it, be mindful. Don't you, well, I want to be here and there and have all these different dynamics. Well, that's a lot of change for anybody to manifest and create. Can you do it? Absolutely. But one of the things is that plan simple things, achievable things. Give yourself plan the plan. Give yourself little goals that you can achieve. So if it's a new mindset, healthier way of eating, cutting old cords, removing friendships and relationships that don't serve your highest and best, do it. Get rid of
Yeah.
it. Get rid of it.
This is definitely a time when everyone needs energy work. Whether you can do it yourself, whether you belong to a group, whether you see a healer. I do all online energy healings. I have a big one coming up December 30th at night. But everybody needs energy healing now because the energies are so intense. They are churning up a lot of old energy patterns, thoughts, feelings, emotions, all kinds of things within us. And it's like, okay, if the room gets dusty, you got to keep dusting it, right? You can't let the room continue to collect dust. You've got to keep cleaning that room and removing the dust. And that's exactly what we have to do as energy beings. We need energy work to keep clearing our fields. That opens us up to absorb the new and incoming more powerful frequencies, and it lightens us up.
Yeah. So we do have a couple of comments and questions. One, so Jane, I know she's actually been to this Amish pharmacy that I went to. She goes, the Amish pharmacy is fascinating to walk through, more like Amish meet Mother Nature. And it really is. I mean, it is just from your own grains, beans, looms, like it's unbelievable. It really is. It's so cool. And I'm lucky to have this in my backyard. It's like, Pauline, think of it this way. It would be the closest thing to living in Italy, except the comfort food is different. Everything is grown within 5 miles. Everything is raised within 5 miles. The eggs still have dried grass on it. The butter is so deep orange. I mean, because it's all grass fed. It really is truly
Wow.
a place that's phenomenal for health. And it really is. Now, you have all the baked goods, but even that is not even overly sweet and how they
Right.
use things. And anyway, so the question is, what is the full alignment of planets in 2025 mean? So you said that there was a lot coming up in the 2025 with the planetary alignments. What does that mean? Like, how does that affect the average person?
Right. So we'll be talking more about that in January, when it happens, but the alignment will be in Aquarius. And what that means is progression forward. That
Yeah.
means progression forward, not just for the world or for this country or the world. It means for us, okay? For us to progress forward as human beings, to evolve, okay? I don't even want to use the term become better human. No, to evolve. I just did a podcast this morning with Michael Ford, and we were talking about evolution and talking about we have to start to answer the question, who am I and why am I here, right? And he pulled an angel card and he wanted to know what the angels was saying, there were galactic energies that came through, and the galactics were saying, if you only knew who you were and how powerful you are and how divinely created you are, your whole life would be a snap. It would be so. If you want to know what the alignment's about, it's about understanding that and taking steps towards becoming that, toward understanding how powerful and how divinely created we are. That's
Yeah, no,
that's the
that's
bigger picture. Now, the smaller picture is going to be, well, if you're quick to anger or, you're pissed off at somebody, well, you got to work on releasing those things.
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. You people don't understand everything is energy. It includes our
Yeah.
thoughts, our emotions, our feelings. So if you are sitting there telling yourself a very different story, you are going to attract exactly what your state of consciousness is. So if you think you are just of abundance, you deserve and are working towards and helping people and doing everything, guess what? The law of attraction is going to happen. That energy is going to come and you can create, like Michael Andre Ford said, which he was a guest in a previous show. He's the one with the angels. And if
Yes.
you if you want, go back into the news feed and you can watch it. Maybe we'll have him back on again for the new year.
Right.
Busy guy. He has a lot going on.
Or
But
just or
that's
just
how
go
it
to my
works.
YouTube. Yeah, go to my YouTube channel. All of these episodes are uploaded to my
Yeah.
YouTube channel if you want to listen to any of them. Yeah.
Yes. So let me go to, we have some callers. Let me go to one of our callers. Um, Hello. Thank you for calling. What is your name? And where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Oh, sorry. Jamie, I'm calling from Lake Ronkonkoma.
Hi,
Hi, how you
Jamie.
doing, Jamie?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Happy holidays. Merry
You
Christmas.
too. Merry Christmas.
I know. Wait a second. Are we still doing the happy holidays, or can we just kind of put it out there and say Merry Christmas and stuff?
We
What's the
we could say we
politically?
we could we could say Merry Christmas because I
There you
celebrate
go,
Christmas.
Jamie. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what is your question and what brings you here?
Um, well, what brings me here is I follow you on Facebook all the time. Um, and my question would be, does my mom ever visit me?
I think she visits you. Okay, so first of all, just say your first name for me, Jamie.
Jamie,
All right. And what was mom's first name?
Phyllis.
Thank you. If you follow me, you know I don't do names very well, but I get a lot of medical stuff. So I am not a doctor, please. I only played one on TV. And I don't know if you used to listen to me on LI News Talk Radio 103.9 back in the day.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Um, so I kind of do the same thing. I think she gives you, first of all, I do have, as I step into the energy and the vibration of you and your mom, first of all, I get some anxiety going on with you. So I feel like you deal with some kinds of anxiety. And Jamie, if I don't make eye contact, please don't get
Okay.
offended. The first thing also is I feel like also my throat chakra is kind of blocked. And I feel like you don't always say what really is going on in your heart. You'll tell anybody, hey, get out of my way or leave me alone. But
Mhm.
when it comes to the matter of the heart, I feel like you kind of keep it to yourself, or you're not talking to mom as much as you need. I feel like there's also a lot of grief there and a lot of pain that's still unresolved. My heart is
Mhm.
starting to hurt as I said that. So I feel like sometimes you also have like still a lot of heaviness and pain you carry with you. So sometimes it's easier to go through the motions than kind of
Mhm.
like open up the Band-Aid and
Yep.
like feel that stuff. Um,
Yes.
as I step into Phyllis's energy, I really do feel like you get more signs than what you realize. I feel like numbers are a big thing for you because she's
Yes.
showing me kind of numbers. She's doing like
Yeah.
numbers, and I feel like there's numbers. Also,
She
for
did that.
you, for you, simple signs and figures, kind of like in my journal here. And it's interesting because as I point to that, she showed me an image of one of those.
Yes, I have one.
I must be psychic.
I have one,
So,
and I have one. Yeah.
and I feel like when you see it, you'll say, hey, mom, or think of mom in your head. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yes. One
All right.
was just on my shepherd's hook outside my front window yesterday.
And that is mom and the numbers. And I also see, do you see like 111, 1111, stuff like that?
Yeah, it's my that's my birthday is 11/11, but I see 333, 444, 555 all the
So
time.
also know that some of those numbers really do mean something. So 333 is kind of the ascended masters or angel vibration. The 333 number specifically is also, when people don't realize this is also the Jesus vibration or the Jesus number. So when that's also Jesus walking in the Christ consciousness, being gentle and unconditional and loving to you, surrounding your heart with that love and that energy of just being I love you energy. And I feel like that's what your mom gave you, even though she could be a very tough cookie. I feel
Yeah.
like she was your best friend and your world. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. And also the 444, let's kind of go into this real quick because spirit's kind of like beep, 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 beep. The Italians say gacchiron, kind of like thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you get that, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the first thing with the 444, that is that your angels and guides are protecting you, surrounding you, and loving you, because I feel like you carry a lot on your shoulders and you're
Mhm.
there for so many people, but you're never really there for yourself. And that's where your angels are kind of surrounding you and saying, we got your back. Don't worry about it. People rely on you. You can trust us. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. And the 555, that is in the Archangel Michael vibration. Archangel Michael, the 555 number represents the Archangel Michael vibration. And means that you're being protected, you're strong, you're courageous, even though inside, again, they keep saying, was your mom Italian?
Yes, we are.
Because she keeps saying she's like, oh, she's strong and everything, but inside she's like real mouchard, like a big marshmallow. She's like a big, blah, like kind of.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like this is where mom is kind of, and she's a trip. Who's making the strufelies?
It would be probably my grandmother.
Would mom have made the strufelies or didn't like the strufeli? What's with the
Year
strufelies?
years ago she would have made them, but my grandmothers would make them, would make
Got it.
that.
Did your mom not like them? She would make them, but not like them?
I don't know. I don't know if she has been years.
I don't know what that is. I feel like she's just showing me like the specific traditions that would have like
Yes.
taken place on Christmas Eve,
Christmas. Yes.
right? Because
Yep.
my mom used to make them and I hated them, but she would always make them and she's like, you're gonna eat them. And I was like, I was just afraid of the wooden spoon, so it didn't matter. Um, but I feel like for you, she's just also showing me keep the traditions going, keep the
Yes.
memories going, talk about her, play the songs, play the songs. I don't know if this is like whatever song she liked, used to hear.
She
Andy
loved,
Will.
yeah. If you, she loved like she loved Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett. And if you put it on, she had dementia, but she could sing every word to the song.
You go. The songs actually meant something to her. You don't realize it. So keep the songs going and keep the energy going. She loves you. She's definitely around. Um, and just keep talking to her. When you do, listen with your heart space. Feel her love. You are not alone. She is there 100%.
Yes, thank you.
All right,
Beautiful.
Jamie, listen, it was so much. Thank you, first of all, for following me on Facebook and listening. And thank you for calling in. It was so nice to meet you.
No, it's
And
so
I
nice to
wish
meet you.
you Merry Christmas, and your mom is definitely
Oh,
with you.
Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. That's the
You got it.
greatest gift.
Oh, thank you. Have a
Bye
great day. Bye, Jamie.
bye.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
I love that.
My mom used to make the struffoli before Christmas, and she would say, you know, don't touch these. These are for the holiday, you know, these are for Christmas. She would put like 1 or 2 little cups of struffoli, and then the rest she would put off to the side, and she would say, well, that's for Christmas. Well, by the time Christmas came, there were none left. We would eat those things. I would eat a whole cup myself.
You know, I never got into them. My mom would make them in the little bowls and she'd sit there and do, and I tell you, with the honey and I just, oh, like it just didn't, I don't know, maybe it was a texture. I hate sprinkles anyway, but anyway, it's a whole thing. It's a me thing, trust me. But
Yeah,
I
I
would
get it.
always say, oh, that's so good. And then I'd be like, for
Oh.
me.
Do we have another caller?
Yes, we do. Let's take another caller.
Yes. There she is.
She's not. Hello,
Okay.
Deanna. You have to turn your mic off, sweetie.
Yep. Click on the microphone so you can.
Bottom left-hand
There
corner.
she
There
is.
she is. Hi, Deanna. Hello, my dear. Nice to meet you.
Let's
Can
see.
you hear us? She's
Oh, she's
connecting.
connecting to audio.
Hello, Deanna.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
Hi,
Where are you,
Deanna.
Deanna, where are you calling from?
I'm in on Long Island in Cold Spring Harbor right now.
Oh, nice. Nice to meet you. So
Nice.
what is your question and how can we help you?
I was just kind of seeing, I don't even know, just kind of any advice you can give or any words of support.
Okay, from myself or Pauline?
I'm gonna see Pauline next week, so I'm gonna say you.
Oh, lucky you, and then
Yeah.
lucky me. So, okay, so say your first name for me.
It it's Dina. It's spelled like Deanna, but it's Dina.
Thank you, Dina. Sorry for the mispronunciation. I
Okay.
apologize.
So,
All right, Dina. Dina, as I step into your energy, it's interesting. First thing I get is I feel like, whoo, it's interesting. You're doing a lot. You're committed to doing a lot of healing and removing kind of cords out of your back. It's funny because as I do this, I feel like I still have cords in my back. And if I don't make eye contact, please don't get offended. It's just me kind of doing my thing. I also feel like you're a thinker. Your brain does not stop. You are just always boop, 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 processing. Even then, when you're trying to zone out at night and watch TV, your mind is going all like, and I feel like that's also kind of a, thank you, a little bit of a trauma response. I feel like you're taking the steps going forward in your healing and recovering and empowering and building and moving forward and being free. It's interesting. I got an anxiety right here and right underneath my breastbone, like the top, like right under, like right here. Does that make like right there? I feel like there's always just kind of a knot here. And I also feel like sometimes your stomach gets a little nervous or nervous stomach. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, because that means you hold your feelings and everything in your stomach. And I feel like you need to kind of stop holding things in. Thank you. They're also showing me a little bit of the throat too, where you have a hard time either verbalizing your feelings or communications. Why? Because sometimes you don't even know what you're feeling or going through. You don't know how to articulate your emotional responses. And also, thank you, your words aren't always heard the way you need them to be heard. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Who's the male in spirit? I just had a male step in here, so I don't know if this is
Father.
kind of,
I'm gonna
who is
cry.
that? Your
My
father.
in-law.
Your father.
In-law. My
But
father-in-law.
but he's coming through his father figure or
Yes.
father. Would that make sense to you? Like a
Yeah.
close, I feel like close.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because it's interesting. He also comes in from the side, which is to me, I feel like very friendly or like a friend to you too. I feel like it was not just, okay, thank you. He says he's very thankful to have you in the family. You actually, okay, thank you. That's interesting.
I
These are
just,
his words, not my words. Are you
I
ready
just,
for this?
I
Yeah.
just got chills. I just got chills because
It's funny because
you don't even know. We know, but you don't even know, Richard. And
he's
that,
literally, so if one of the things he says is he goes, trust me, my son needs to appreciate you more. He literally just joked and said, you're too good for my son. Like, I feel like you guys balance one another. You are such a, okay, thank you. He literally said to me, you are the kindest, sweetest person. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. You would literally take off your shirt in the middle of the street to put it around a cold person to the detriment of you. And he says, that you need to start doing things for you. You need to empower yourself. You need to learn how to say things in a way in what you want because your opinion matters. I don't know why he said that. Your opinion matters. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I feel like not that you don't, it's not, but I feel like he goes, you need to really start talking up what you want and how you want things to be.
Yeah.
Stop being like, just like, oh, whatever you want, as long as this were like you go with the flow. You're very easygoing.
That's sees me that way because I don't think I am, but okay.
That's from his perception. I mean, what do I know? I
Yeah.
also, what's going on? Have you thought about taking up a hobby of some kind or like starting to be more creative or do, because he's showing me like a pad and that could be just creativity or wanting to
Yeah.
do something to feed your soul. Because I feel like this has kind of like been a little bit empty for a while. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah. 100%. Yep.
What's the creative thing that you do? And it could be photography, painting, something. Does that
So
make sense?
he was always my hobby, and I did like scrapbooking, and it's funny because it would be like very minutia, and I would create these beautiful books for my children with my photography and their stories and my art, and I've really come away from that, and it was very just like cathartic and therapeutic and a way for me to like pass on something for my children plus my own artistic enjoyment, and it was nothing that anybody else saw except them and maybe the family, but to me it just brought me joy, and I haven't done it in years because it just life. Yep.
Start
it's really,
picking it up, start
Yeah.
doing things for you, feed your soul. This will also allow some of that anxiety to be directed in a place that is more healthy instead of like sometimes insecurities or self-sabotage.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel
Does
like I'm
that make sense?
ruminating a lot. I can't get past it. I'm like stuck, you know.
Paralysis through the analysis because your brain doesn't shut off. And there's also cords, right? There's cords in literally show me in your shoulder blades. So that goes also from the past. Those could be traumas or cords that need to be healed, cut and let go.
Yeah.
Pauline can definitely help you that. Archangel Michael vibration can help cut and remove cords. But once you do, you're going to start to see forward progression, not as ruminating, more of creating and manifesting are going to take place.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And I feel like I've really have been trying so much. I'm a spiritual person, and this past year has been just, I want to say, traumatizing for me. It's been just a lot, and I don't know why. I've been through other traumas in my life, but for whatever reason this year, I think it's my daughter, who's like my heart and soul, has been the one that was kind of struggling, and I've like taken on her pain worse, amplified it 4 million times. And no, like, I'm meditating, I'm exercising, I'm eating healthy, I'm with friends, I'm praying, I'm manifesting, I'm talking to the moon, I'm doing everything I can possibly think of. Like, I feel like, and I've really.
Here's the first thing.
What?
You don't have to do too much.
Yeah.
First thing to do is breathe. Center and ground. Very simple. And here's the thing. Tell yourself it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Take one step at a time. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself some grace. You'll give it to others, but you don't give it to yourself. Yeah. And one step at a time, go moment by moment. Don't do too much, right? I'm telling you, I speak from experience. This past year has been very energetically heavy for everyone in some way, shape, or form. Be gentle with yourself, kid gloves. Our souls are very delicate. And I don't care if you could be, I've been doing this for, oh my gosh, 16, 17, 18 years, right? And I still have to be mindful and take each moment. And sometimes tell myself, it's going to be okay. There you go. You don't need to carry rocks and stones and blow dust and make smoke signals and watch for falling stars. You don't have to do any of that. Tell yourself, I'm okay. I'm loved. I'm guided. I'm going to be okay. And that's it. Start there. You're in good hands.
I know.
Pauline's going to help you. Be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
Remember this too. You can only give somebody what you also give yourself.
Yeah.
Remember that. My teacher, she's right there. Okay. She taught me that a whole summer. She was drilled it in my head like my mom. Richard. And she would hit the table. Be mindful, Richard. I'm like, this woman's going to kill me. But she taught me the most valuable lesson money can never, ever buy. Is that if you don't take care of you, you can never take care of anybody.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like this year I've tried to do a lot of self-help, but I almost feel like this frenetic, grasping craziness, like, oh, let me do this. And I guess the thing I'm really looking for is peace, and I can't seem to let go and find that peace.
Well, less is more, Dina. Sometimes doing too much creates anxiety because
you gotta understand. You gotta realize this.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, it's like she said, less is more. The Buddhist monks literally sit there with no mattress, a blanket, in a wooden shack or a temple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're not bored.
Yeah.
So here's one of the things I would suggest to you. You may want to get yourself a very dedicated book, like a journal. And just when you feel things come up, write them down. Don't worry about spelling, punctuation. Don't even worry about rereading it. But get it up, get it out. Get it up, get it out. We call that, what you're doing, we call spiritual ADHD. You're all over the place, right? The Buddhists call it monkey mind, right? Yep. So what they say to do when you have monkey mind, you're all over the place. You're this, and this is going to work and that's going to work, is give the monkey a task. Maybe do some journaling, do some painting. Talk to that special person that you missed the most, like they were here, and that's it.
Yeah, I it's funny. My father-in-law passed like 20 years ago. My mother-in-law passed 5 years ago. I was very close with her. I had never been to the cemetery. I find myself going to the cemetery like more frequently. Like I just visited them last week. I just have this need to go. Like I know
their soul is not there, right?
What?
You know they're not there, right?
They're not there, but
so here's what you do. I'm going to show you something, right?
I don't know why. Just I like.
If it brings you peace, go for it. Cemeteries are more for the human experience.
Right, but there's a deeper grieving going on. So like if you need to go there to grieve, to
You
resolve
need to
something,
go.
then
So my mom, I literally talk to my mom's picture right here. I hold her picture and I put my hand on it and I talk to her. She's there just as much as going to the graveyard. So set aside some time for you. But if you enjoy going there, please, at all means, go there.
It's great.
Soothe the mind.
Or, do you know what I mean? Like I always felt very close to my mother-in-law, and I would always talk to her. For a while, I would text her until someone else got her number and was like, "Who are you? Why did
Oh,
you text me?" So I
yeah,
stopped. But I do. I feel like tremendously connected to her, always talking to her. But this needing to go to the cemetery is brand new. My mother-in-law always loved the nativity scene, and I got them a thing for their grave with a nativity, and I'm like, your mother loves it. And like
yeah.
What was your mother-in-law's first name?
Mary Ann.
She said, first of all, she's being very mindful of the other two callers, but I want to say something to you, is that I do feel like she was actually more of a mother figure in your life. She was the mother I feel like you would more have wanted than had. There's a lot of grieving going on, not just with her, but also what you went through with your mom. And the fact that you lost her was that you actually lost somebody who was on your side, who loved you and cared for you unconditionally more than your own mother did. That is the true reason to heal. You need to circle with Pauline on that one and really dive into that. Once you do, that cord, which is in my right shoulder blade along the shoulder blade, which represents also inner child trauma right there, I feel like that's what's holding back. She is with you and she's loving you unconditionally. She's actually, okay, thank you, Lynn. Our friend Lynn Van Prague, I still carry her prayer card and she's holding up the Mary Mother and the Blessed Mother. So for me, I feel like Mary is kind of like the Blessed Mother. Mary, right? Her is kind of very symbolic for you.
Yeah, she always
For the
wore
Blessed Mother. I don't know if that's a belief in.
mother on her neck. You know, the miraculous medal. Yep.
There you go. So she's referencing, and Lynn always brings that in, that representing the Blessed Mother. So maybe start also bring her a little statue or figurine, or get a plastic card and kind of put it on her tombstone. And when you do, maybe talk to the Mother Mary, asking her to give you the unconditional love and comfort and nurturing that your inner child really needs.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. And it's so nice meeting you.
Nice.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Well, you as well. And Pauline, I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week, my love. Okay.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, such a beautiful soul.
Yes.
Thank you. And Deanna, you can just put end and watch us on Facebook.
I will. Thank you.
All right. No problem.
So now
Bye.
we have two more callers.
Yes.
Okay, because we also have to get to the etheric heart.
Oh my
activation.
goodness.
Okay.
We have somebody here. Cruz. Hello, Cruz. Thank you for calling. You can hit your microphone.
Okay, can you see
How
me?
are you? Yes, how are you? Is your first name Cruz?
That is correct.
Oh, Mr.
Hi, Cruz.
Cruz.
Welcome.
Where are you calling from, my friend?
I am calling from Ronkonkoma, New York.
Ronkonkoma is in the house today.
It is.
I love it. So what's your question, my friend?
So my mom passed a while ago, and I was just wondering if she was okay.
Got it. What is your mom's first name, Cruz?
Loretta.
Thank you. So the first thing is, and I don't, that's probably one of the most asked questions, right?
Right.
And I had the same question when my mom died. And my
Mm,
mom was my world. She was my best friend. She was there for me. She bailed me out of everything and anything. You know, I mean, and I'm telling you this because I feel like your mom is similar to my mom. She was
very-
my world. I was a mama's boy because she literally just kind of like touched your cheek and went like this. And she also, you would talk to her every day, right?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
feel like I called my mom every single day. And one of the things I want you to know is that yes, she's okay. We're the ones not okay. We're
right.
the ones carrying the pain and the loss. She is like, I feel good. My joints don't hurt. She goes, I feel like I can see clearly. I'm at peace. She's actually, I think, with her mom
Okay,
in spirit. And I
okay,
feel like they kind of like would sometimes butt heads a little, but kind of
yeah.
like, and we're like thick as thieves now, which is interesting because I feel like she always wanted that with her mom and never got it. Her mom was very stubborn, very like talking to a cinder block was easier than talking to her mom. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it does.
Thank you. She also wants to, your mom wants to tell you, she goes, I love you. She says, and I know that sounds generic. She's like, I love you and I'm proud of you. And I feel like you don't always feel that you're making your mom proud or that she's, when she says, I'm proud, ma, what am I doing? What am I doing? She also says, I'm here for you to help you. Why? Because I feel like you carry a lot in your chest. I feel like the chest, specifically the chest, and I don't know if that's anxiety or something going on with the chest. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
What's with the chest?
Um, I have some of anxiety, but I hide it a lot. Um,
You don't talk to anybody. You'll sit there. She's
yeah,
also saying she's showing me like she's using her angel wings to kind of like keep you from going down or feeling depressed. She's
right,
like trying to keep your mind up looking forward. And she says because she's also saying like take care of yourself, start enjoying life. And I feel like since the passing, you haven't been able to do that. You're stuck.
right. So I just recently got in recovery. Um, and she loved butterflies. And when I was in the rehab, um, I asked if she was there to see me. And I looked down on my pants and there was a stain of a butterfly. So I knew she was there.
My friend, remember when I said with the wings?
Yes.
That I literally saw her with wings. And I got to tell you, that's representing, if they're angel wings, butterfly wings, they're wings, my friend. And
Right.
she is there to help you and guide you. And let me tell you, when I said she loves you and she's proud of you, she is very proud of you. You are taking steps because your family needs you.
Yes.
You are stronger than what you understand, and she's trying to keep this looking in the right direction. Does that make
Uh,
sense?
yeah. Yeah. Because sometimes I look the wrong way.
You have to start walking that path, talking to her every day, like I do with my mom.
Mm,
Okay. My mom, I literally talk to her every single day. She's right here. We have conversations. She is always with you. She lives right here.
right. So I have this. I have this. It's funny you say wings. I have this with two feathers on it.
There you go.
And the one feather, I was walking to my apartment and it just came out of the sky. It just twirled and landed right in front of me.
It's not from out of the sky. It's your mom dropped it in front of your face, so obvious. She
Right.
says, because Rich, if I don't do that like this, he'll
Yeah.
never see it. He
That's
walks around sometimes with blinders on, like again, like all kind of mushad, like he just in the raw, like kind of thing.
right.
He's like, I gotta literally hit him with like the sign. She goes, and then he realizes, oh, that's my mom.
Mom.
Everything else is like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Um, do you also sometimes smell things like a perfume or a
Yeah.
smell? It's there and it's gone. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
That's
Yeah.
mom.
Yes.
She says you actually have a really good sense of smell sometimes. She's like, and you notice things that are
Yeah.
out of place. You're very observant. She
Hmm.
says, that's me trying to get your attention.
Okay.
So here's what I want you to do for this holiday season. I want you to talk to mom, share memories about mom, talk and embrace it. Don't allow it to be pain in your heart. She's always there for you and going to be your safety net. She's going to pull you out like AAA, pull you like a tow truck out of the mud. And she says, I can still do it from over in heaven.
Thank you. Thank you so
All
much.
right, my Cruz, listen, my friend, have a very Merry
You
Christmas. And
too.
your mother loves you and she's always with you.
Thank you again. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Have a great day, my friend.
Bye.
All right, one more call. I'm on a roll. My
Okay.
headache feels better. I love sitting in spirit.
Well, sure. Sure.
Hello. Thank you for holding. What is your name and where are you from?
Hello.
Hello. What is your name? Where are you from?
This is Yvonne from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Now,
Hey, our friend Yvonne.
now I knew that, and when you said, "What is your name?" I saw
Oh,
the
I knew it too.
717.
I just
Oh, you
wanted her
did?
to let it.
Okay. I was going to say it's
But
Yvonne.
our audience doesn't know. Our audience doesn't know. Yvonne, what is your question for Miss Pauline?
My question for Miss Pauline is my MRI showed extensive. Okay.
You got to lower the volume.
With the volume. Okay.
On your computer so you don't hear us, so we can hear you.
Richard, you know how non-technical. There we go. There we go. That better? I don't hear you at all.
So we're not talking. We're waiting for you.
Okay. Pauline,
Yes.
my MRI showed extensive arthritis from top to bottom of my spine.
Okay. And you want to know what you can do about it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So a lot of, arthritis, you have to first you've got to detox the body.
Yes.
You've got to detox the body, and I think you also could use a little bit of like deep tissue massage or acupuncture around that spine. Have you done any of that?
Yes, my chiropractor.
Is he using needles or just chiropractic work?
Chiropractic work.
Okay. So the spine is more aligned, but the acupuncture points on either side of the spine, I feel are congested. So you need needles in there.
Okay.
You need some needles in there to open up the channel.
Right.
Yeah. So the body needs a detox. And what is it that you feel? Do you feel pain?
Yes. Pain and stiffness.
Yeah. So, okay, the liver also needs to be cleaned out. Okay, a liver detox, because that's
Okay.
I always feel arthritis is more of a liver issue than anything else. So your liver needs to be detoxed. You need some, I feel, acupuncture rather,
Okay.
and I'm not saying don't stop the chiropractor, but acupuncture, those channels and those acupuncture points need to be opened up.
Okay.
And I feel like more like a deep tissue. It's almost like a digging in to break things up. Does your chiropractor do that?
He has a machine that really pushes on a lot of my tissues. that helps.
Okay, so the other thing is you definitely need some anti-inflammatories. Are you taking anti-inflammatory?
Only if the pain is extensive.
So there's turmeric, there's the herbal turmeric,
Okay.
there's turmeric, there's quercetin. There's also an herb called willow bark. Willow bark, willow bark is an anti-inflammatory, and it's almost like taking an aspirin.
Okay, I've heard of willow bark.
Willow bark is amazing. I would, I would do that. So now
Okay.
that's on the physical level. On the spiritual level or on the other level, if it's around your spine, this is a lot of energy stuck in the bladder channel. So if there's anxiety, if there's old hurts, if there's old pissed off at somebody, if there's anger, if there's stuff there that's unresolved, that's showing up around the spine. The spine is okay. The spine is also very much an area of support. It holds us up. And if you're not feeling supported, we can see issues around the spine.
Okay. That makes sense.
Now, is there an area that feels more tender than other areas? Because I'm kind of getting more the back of the heart, the heart chakra, the back of the heart chakra area.
That usually feels tense.
Yes.
And then, yes.
Yes. Well, you may need some energy work. Stay on the line because we're going to do an etheric heart energy clearing in a few minutes. And so let's see if that opens something up for you. Yeah, there's some stuck energy there is what I'm feeling.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So
you have to have some more fun. More fun. You have to balance life. Have fun.
Yeah. So those physical things, if there's any old emotions there, I don't know why I'm getting even like being a little pissed off at somebody. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. There it is.
There it is.
Being a little pissed off and a little frustrated, but
very much so. Yes.
Yeah. But for a long time, it's not something that like is just like the last 6 months or a year. This is something for a while. Yeah.
Yes.
And that needs to be resolved. And as that's resolved, any other physical things that you do will work more thoroughly.
Okay. Makes sense. Yes.
Excellent. So stay tuned, Vaughn, because Pauline's going to be doing an excellent little meditation. And, we'll be able to, if you can, in the office, try to do it along.
I will stay here.
All right. Excellent. And I'll see you shortly, Vaughn.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you, Yvonne. I'm seeing the area on her spine. Yes, on the left, the shoulder area. I'm seeing it. So we'll set the intention in this etheric heart opening now to just clear some of that energy for you.
All right. So just hang up, Yvonne, and you can watch on the other side.
Okay.
And we'll see you and you can listen to us, and our audience can listen to us also. And you can also save this and re-listen to it, and do it if you can't do it in the moment. Do it when it is convenient for you. This will be good. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Vaughn.
Okay.
All right. Also, real quick, for anybody in our audience, so we have Marivelle saying hello. We have one of our listeners, Michelle. That's right. Self-care is so important, and it is important. Also, if you have any comments, if you're missing somebody for the holidays, please drop their name in the comments. drop their names, start talking and saying their names, recognizing them, living with them, and appreciating them through this holiday season. More people suffer than what you realize.
Yes, yes. It's difficult to go through the holidays when you miss somebody and they're not.
Yes.
And we know that they are here, but there's still that physical aspect of missing them.
Yes.
All of your suggestions have been great, Richard.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody stay on. We're going to do a little bit of an etheric heart clearing. So let me just tell you what the etheric heart is. Everybody knows where their physical heart is. We know where the heart chakra is, right? The heart chakra is, in between the breast area here. And then we have the area called the high heart, which is a little bit further up here. This is where the thymus gland is. This is the high heart governing the immune system. The etheric heart is slightly to the left, sort of almost a little bit to the left over the physical heart. And the etheric heart is like a little portal, okay, where we can begin to connect with the divine love within us. And of course, divine love is, that's the cure-all, right? Divine love is the cure-all. And so we're going to do a little exercise and a little meditation now to begin to open that and clear any energies that might be blocking you from feeling more deeply loved. And opening that you'll definitely feel some sensations there. So whoever you are out there, whenever you listen to this, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to just take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And as I begin to do the activation, I'm going to transmit some energies, and there is some light language that's going to come through to unblock your etheric heart, your divine heart. So focus on that area just above your physical heart on the left side of your chest, the etheric heart. Focus on that. And we set our intention to begin to open it, and I'm beginning to transmit the energies. And just as that area, as you focus and become aware of that area, we set the intention to open the etheric heart. Begin to access a deeper energy, a deeper connection to love, divine love within you. And the activations are coming through now. Hili kanyahudu uhirma aka natusakai. Hili si tamura ni inya natnuk I hakona opoha. Breathe. The opening has begun. The connection to the divine love. Ili nira tukuye si akuruna ahi ni karusunana hataki. Orani ina hatutu. You are divine love. You are connecting to the divine love. You should be feeling a little bit of pulsating in your heart now. In that divine etheric heart area. Connecting to the divine love. We have the Mary Magdalene energy here of the ultimate divine feminine, connecting you to your inner source of healing, letting go of all pain, replacing that pain with love. Amor to yehi I nahi latihi laka arano tu I nahi ya yidni natnu oho yahani tequila tanai urtini. You are connected into the love of the divine heart now. Through the Mary Magdalene of the Blessed Mother. Breathe. Breathe. Ainahi horani aku honoshiti nakani aranotu nahine. Karazotu unyehi aranakozun titi karanya. And so you are one with love, divine love, And let that energy flow down through the top of your head, down your spine, all the way down your spine as the etheric heart opens. And just say to yourself, I am divine love. I am divine love. You are in the flow of divine love. Allowing the blue flame of light flowing down through the top of your head, down your spine, flowing into all of your cells, into your organs, bringing peace. And blessings to all. Breathe. 3 breaths in through the nose. Breathe in through the nose. Bring the breath down into the belly. And exhale out through your mouth. And if there are any comments, any sensations, any feelings, any insights, please mention them in the comments. I am totally relaxed right now, so
That is beautiful.
so if you're all still integrating that, just allow those energies to penetrate, absorb into your energy field. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. It happens instantaneously for me, but Richard, how do you feel?
Between that and sitting in spirit and doing the readings, my headache's gone. So
Good.
I love sitting in spirit and the vibration of healing. And
Good. Do we have any comments? Anybody feel anything that they'd like to share?
not in the moment, but if you do feel anything, please comment. Also, for the holidays, put your loved one's name in the box. Pauline, real quick, for the
Everybody, I
audience
think
that,
everybody's like still. Everybody's like
yeah,
in stillness.
well, and for people too, so explain light language very quickly and what it is. Some of our audience may not know what it is.
Right. So light language is it's a language. Like we are speaking English. The galactics speak language, but it's not English. It's called light language. It's language of the light. It's language of higher consciousness. It's language from different dimensions in the universe. And so I am connected to many of them. And one day they just began speaking through me. I was in a healing session and I was talking, and all of a sudden I went like Endurek, and I was like, what the heck was that? I was like, oh my God, like, am I going crazy or something? And so it just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And so in some of my healing sessions or group sessions, I use the light language for what's called the ascension codes. In other words, breaking through the blockages, right? Breaking through the resistance in the human energy field. These light codes and the light language it's very powerful energy pushing through, breaking through, helping the energy system open up to higher frequencies.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you for that beautiful, beautiful message. And the holidays are very hard for us. So any type of healing, and remember, one of the things that I really enjoy is experiencing different forms of healing, like Pauline did, and the light language, and healing the etheric heart. Be open. Healing is healing at the end of the day. And be open to it, and, embrace new things. You will be surprised in what your heart responds to.
Well,
Somebody,
yeah.
Judy, put very nice. She loved it. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
good.
Julie.
Thank you. Yes. The soul, the spirit completely understands what is going on. It's only the mind, the human, doesn't quite understand how this works, or if it's real, but the spirit, the soul knows it. Because the language of the soul wouldn't be English or Chinese or anything like that. It would be frequency.
Mhm.
It would be frequency. So
Absolutely.
I'm just wondering if anybody felt any sensations over their left chest, over their physical heart, slightly above the physical heart, or anywhere in the chest area.
Give us leave a thumbs up if you experienced that, that feeling or sensation.
Yeah.
Marivelle put awesome with a face emoji with kisses all over it.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, and she would feel it very quickly. Yeah.
Good.
It's a very powerful modality. Not everybody's ready for it, but this is one of the things I do, and we ascend.
Excellent. Excellent. All
So
right.
that's
Well,
our holiday, our Christmas and holiday podcast.
yes. And everyone have a happy and safe holidays. We will not be here next week. We will be enjoying the holiday season, but please be safe. Remember, do some healing, do some self-care, be mindful, take care of yourself, connect with your loved ones, talk to them, even if it's painful. And every time I say their word, I cry, their name, I cry. It is because you're hiding it, and allow yourself to experience their love once again. It's that simple. The holidays are hard. It doesn't have to be. They can be there with you. Simple things. Simple things. But everyone have a great day. Have a happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Much love.
Much love. Happy holidays to you all. Sending you much divine love.